We're playing Final Fantasy IV on the Wolfish channel here, and we are getting close to the end. We're doing training, trying to beef up our party to fight the final boss, and we might be ready now because I have 2 characters that can likely survive the onslaught of the final boss's strong attack. But we kind of want to get a little more HP on a couple other characters so that maybe they can survive as well. Not have to resort to using full life. We're training at the easy section of the final area where we can typically kill the enemies before taking damage or too much damage or using MP to heal. So we're just farming levels before heading towards the end and trying to conserve our MP for the final battle. So we can save on elixirs and such, but one of the problems for the final battle is that we only have one white mage, or one that can cast Kiraja or Kiraga for high healing, or a paladin can only cast Cura Cecil, which only heals about, if I'm lucky, 800 HP. And we gotta survive basically a flare or a bio that does about 1,000, 1,500 damage, roughly. 1,500, give or take 500. And a Big Bang, which does about 2,000 damage. And then the problem with that is that Kiraja, you want to use that to heal your party, or the whole party, but if you split it up, it only heals about 1,000 to each party member instead of the full health of one party member. So it's hard to kind of triage who to heal and how much you can heal when you split up the MP, or if you isolate it, or the healing, or if you isolate it, healing one character over another, and then one dying, and you have to resort to full life. Silver apple. Give that to Rosa so she can survive a little longer, or hopefully survive 2 Big Bangs, and then use full life on anyone who died. So we've been kind of farming for silver apples from the silver dragons and hoping that we can get a golden apple from the gold dragons, which will give us 100 extra HP in addition, to the maximum. But we've gotten, I think, it was at least 2, but maybe 3 silver apples doing this method. And we've gotten Rosa's HP over 4,000 now, and we're kind of still working on leveling. We like to get Edge over 4,000, maybe 4,500 HP before we challenge the boss, so he can survive 2 Big Bangs as well. And then that way we can get 2 full heals of party members after 1 Big Bang, and then switch to the next character. But also, it'd be nice to have more MP so we can cast more Kirajas without using an elixir on Rosa to fully revive her, restore her HP and MP. And then Rydia's... no, Rydia's actually effective because I was thinking of the other boss that reflects, or it might just be a encounter enemy, but the final boss uses Black Hole, which nullifies all magic, which prevents you from buffing and debuffing characters in the fight. So we're trying to work our way around not being able to benefit from buffs, taking heavy damage, and working out a structure of healing that's conducive to success in battle. And I really don't want to challenge the boss more than once again, because it takes so long to complete the sequence that gets you to the actual battle. It takes a while. So instead of doing that again, like one of my episodes consists of trying to make sure we're strong enough to take on the final boss and defeat him in one try after all this knowledge we have acquired about that final battle. So it seems the ticket is over-leveling our party so they're at decent footing with the final boss. In a previous episode, we discussed how most Final Fantasy, the other Final Fantasies up to this point, the first three, you could beat the game at level 50 but they worked out level ups until level 100. So what I'm thinking is that they did was adjust the final boss to compensate for the lack of leveling up that was necessary in the old ones, and kind of having a grind fest at the end in order to beat the final boss, just for that full completion of the game. Or some people might give up rather than realize that grinding is the answer, or just to milk that last bit of gameplay at the end of the game to give the game a longer playtime requirement, which is like post-game content, and that's where I'm feeling this and Final Fantasy VIII are kind of going for, is that final push at the end to defeat the final boss, when you can have access to the high experience yields and optional weaponry that you can get. It seems that they want you to kind of access all of those amenities of the game before challenging the final boss. But we had everything that I've encountered available, or got a hint towards being available in this game, like all the summons you can get for Rydia we've acquired. We've gotten every legendary weapon that you have to fight a boss for to acquire in this final level, and we are employing those in our grind fest, and will be using in the final boss to make these end game encounters quite easy to defeat. And we think that's to kind of help you speed up time, speed up the time it'll take to acquire those levels and experience necessary for defeating the final boss. We're just kind of doing that, the previously discussed, to make the final boss feasible. And like I said, kind of prevents people from beating the game if they lose hope, or they'd rather be progressing in the story to acquire those levels. It did stop me from beating Final Fantasy VIII once upon a time, because I didn't feel like grinding at the end. So I anticipate having to grind at the end of 8 again, or at least for the first time to beat the final boss for the first time, like number 4 is having us do currently. And we chose this area mainly because the majority of the encounters is going to be dragons, and we have Artemis arrows that'll do super effective damage to dragons. so it really speeds up the process of leveling up and offers about equal experience to the next area, the harder area. There's 2 harder areas after this one of encounters, and seems the one we can grind the fastest on is this area because of those dragon weaknesses with the Artemis arrows. So we stuck to this area for the farming experience. The enemies here also don't resort to counterattacks. Like when they get attacked, they immediately attack afterwards. So we don't have to spend as much time between battles healing, which can be time consuming, as well as MP draining, which leads to having to go back to the save point and using a tent or a cottage. And this kind of avoids the majority of the downtime between training, just fighting the dragon hordes that we encounter in this area. That'll go pretty quick, so kind of nice. Like functional level. Edge has taken quite a bit of damage. We are now 6.722 millionaires. So our goal was to get to level 75. We're currently at level 69 at our peak. And we're just fighting for Edge's HP to be above 45, or about 4,500 in order to survive 2 big bangs. Where Rosa has surpassed Edge in HP because we've been using the silver apples on her, because she is the most important character for healing on the party. So we need her to full life our deceased allies to keep them active in the battle. This is the one enemy that's not a dragon in the area. As I said, most of them are dragons. And the little murderer just does scan a bunch of times and then maybe haste and then dies. So it's not very problematic. I just find it weird that they named the little goblin Little Murderer and it hasn't attacked us yet. I figured it was coming at us like a Tonberry with an insta-kill or something, but it used haste last time it did anything other than scan, so I'm not too worried about those enemies. Still curious as to which game Tonberries were introduced, because they're one of my favorite Final Fantasy characters or enemies. And I have yet to see one in 1 through 4. I know they're in 9, but I'm not sure which game they made their first appearance. Rosa's HP at now 4,200. That's very nice. edges. Level up experience. 700, so he's going to level up very soon. We'll take ambush for 1 damage, Bob. Or Jeopardy person. I've gotten used to saying that's too much, Bob, for meals being served and such. So I'm in the habit of saying Bob after that, like a game show. And that's before Drew Carey was the host. So it's a really old reference. Ian is level 70. He has 5,200 HP now. What is he equipped with, anyway? Holy Lance. I kind of want to beef up Kane's magic defense, though. Is there anything I got for that? Looks like I don't. Aegis Shield. Might as well, right? What you got now? The Dragon Shield? Yeah, let's go with Aegis Shield. That'll help us with the final boss, hopefully. Because he'll be taking more damage than Cecil from Big Bang, I think. He typically does take more damage than Cecil, being a Dragoon and not a tanky Paladin that employs cover to protect allies. That the time between Big Bangs is not enough to get all my allies healed with elixirs or Kuragjas or Kuragas. Kind of makes me regret using 2 X potions, because if I use Kuraja on the whole party and then an X potion with the person that I need another 2,000 health for, it'd be, pretty comfortable. But I have only 1 X potion, and then I have to use elixirs, and if I'm not restoring MP, I kind of feel like it's a waste. Also, with reviving MP, is I want them to have low HP as to mitigate the next attack, or I'll wait for the next attack, which sometimes there's 2, and it's, will wear down the defenses of the one I intend to use the elixir with, and then that's game over. So it's a really tough boss, and hopefully we can bring victory against it the next time we challenge it. Thanks to all this grinding. It would seem that Rydia is the weakest link on this party because she can only survive one big bang and maybe a flare, with her magic defense being pretty good. But I'm anticipating she's going to be the one to die most and be kind of drawing our healing away from others with the full life and draining the MP at that for the full life. We're going to make our way to the final boss. Rushing our way through this area because this is the easiest horde we'll encounter because it's a dragon, providing good experience and doing very little damage. But there are behemoths and wicked masks that are less effective, less efficient to defeat than the alternatives. Well, behemoths offer counterattacks after getting hit every time, so they do a fair amount of damage that we have to heal after battle. .44 to 400. The behemoth's damage ranges to Rydia, the back row. Rydia is soaking up a fair amount of damage with their defense. Suppose she's been doing defend, taking 1 damage instead of 44 or 400. It did targeted her twice, so that was quite lucky. Make use of the defense she was employing. Nice critical hit from Edge. Counterattack on Rosa. Minimizing that damage with the back row she's in. Very nice. Wow, and then Kane taking a hefty sum of damage right afterwards. $58,000 experience, one battle. I've altered my strategy for this horde by employing my archers with the the dragon damaging bows and arrows, and targeting them to prevent counterattacks while minimizing the damage we'll take each turn by getting rid of that second monster as quickly as possible, while only employing the super effective arrows. Dragon gloves, huh? Does Rosa have a protect ring on? No, she doesn't. I don't want to maximize that magic defense for the final boss, but I at the sacrifice of 15 defense until we get there, it kind of doesn't seem worth it. And we're gonna want that. Oh, we got a protect ring on Rydia, but I doubt she can survive 2 big bangs, even so. Look for an alternative. I don't see one. Oh boy. Run away, it's gonna confuse us all. I guess these enemies are just not worth the MP I have to use to defeat them. So I like to run from the Zemus mine. But the Zemus breath I'll take on. Quick save before the boss. We'll challenge the final sequence again. Broadcast Meteor. I'm ready. How futile. Bubble Meteor. The body dies, but the spirit lives on. We did it. You have much strength. It's a shame Zemus had control over you. All right. All of you have come. Yeah, but we were at 1 second too late. I was supposed to take care of him. Cecil. I am evil. I am the hatred of Zemus. I am Zeromus. I loathe all. His death caused his hatred to grow. We have made him stronger. Zemus, no, now you are Zeromus. This time I will see it that you are completely destroyed. It is time for you to disappear. Meteor has no effect. Use the crystal. You chose the dark path. The crystal cannot cleanse your sins. You are bound forever by darkness. Die. Suffer. Die. My hatred will continue until all is destroyed. It is your turn. Come, join me in hell. Elder. Cecil and the others are in danger. So I see. Now it is time to pray for them. Pray for them and this planet. Palam Porum, we must gather everyone's prayers and send them to Cecil. Cecil. Please take my strength. I'm going to kill the whole lot of you if you don't come back safe. Please return us to us safely. Do it for this land. You have our support. We pray for you as well. Come on. For Sir Cecil, for everyone. Moon, I call out to you. Please accept our prayers. Golbez. Golbez, you must use this. Receive crystal. Zeromus, I won't lose. I can't. Hey there. Let us help you. Their prayers give you life. Don't give up. Trust in your power. Their prayers give you strength. Keep your focus. Don't die on us. Their prayers give you vitality. You must prevail. Cecil, my brother, give the holy power within you to the crystal. Zero must show your true self. Their prayers give you holy power. Time distortion nullifies all magic. Zeromus reveals his true form. Grr. Ah. Here comes the flare, and then Big Bang. There's the critical wind damage. Not good for Rosa to suffer. Well, Tesla took like none of that damage. Ain't having it. Another Big Bang. Let's use an X potion on Rosa. Gotta put on that X. There it is. Kiraja. Phoenix down after this Big Bang. Jump to avoid damage. And a Kiraga. Oh no, here comes the onslaught. Nullifying magic. Full life in there for Edge. You can hopefully survive another Big Bang. Or two Big Bangs, or the Bio and Big Bang. Jump! Oh no, we lost Kane. Presumably. Nope, not quite. He's still hanging in there. That healing, survive another Big Bang coming. There goes Kane. Use full life on him. Got 5,000 HP. Heal Rosa. Bang, hopefully Rosa survives. He didn't. Use an elixir on Edge. Not going to survive. Gonna use another elixir. We'll go with a high potion instead. Try to use a Kane to heal Rosa. Maybe we should wait for his attack to do that? No, maybe not. Hopefully he just does one spell, targeting one enemy or ally. Gotta use an elixir on Rosa. And full life on Cecil. Dang it, we didn't avoid the jump. Or the Big Bang. Is that Phoenix down? Oh no. Wasted. Comes the Big Bang. Gotta keep herself alive. Oh no, he did flare to Rosa. Heavy damage. Kiraga on herself. Get that jump before Big Bang comes in. Hopefully we get a full life off before the next attack. Big Bang kills Kane. I'm hoping to use an elixir on Rosa before the next attack. There it is. Survived. Awesome. Get Kane back. Rod on Kane. Oh, that's not going to work, but full life will. Here comes Big Bang, huh? Try reviving Rydia this time. Oh no, he got me before the jump. Hopefully we can survive. That jump off. We survived thanks to the Cura from Cecil. Come on, Meteor. Let's go for full nines. 10 grand, let's go. Alright. There goes critical damage after we just healed. And then a Big Bang on hidden Rosa. Oh no, there goes our healer. Gotta use an elixir on her. And to get a heal off before that big bang, now we gotta start our meteor over. Might have just made a mistake. Potentially fatal error. We did do full life though, so we have backup. Thank goodness. The player comes at Sethel before the big bang. That's not good. Elixir going. Alright. Ed can't take 2 hits. It takes like 2,500 from big bangs. I don't know. Oh, the Phoenix down. On Pain. With Chiraja. Keep our 2 healthy people alive in the next attack and heal up the rest. To keep Edge alive from the next attack. Hopefully Kane can survive this. Yes, he did. Meteor in there. You know, 2,000 damage, that's good. Give Rosa some help. The Chiraja in between the flare and the big bang. Consider that positive. Good thing. Get a Phoenix down now. Okay. Raja. Mitigate the damage. He might die. But he didn't. Meteor comes out. Come on. You only got 65,000 HP. Gotta be getting close. Oh no, it used Meteor. Missed most of us. And pretty healthy. Our training was effective enough to... Come on, we gotta survive another meteor. while we charge one ourselves. Meteor's doing less damage than Big Bang. That's kind of nice to know. Wow, let's hit him with Ragnarok. So we've kind of worn him down. It seems like this boss gets easier the longer you hang in there. It is switched to Meteor instead of Big Bang, which is doing twice the damage of Meteor. Is there another form after this? Oh my gosh. Please tell me no. I don't think so. It's disintegrating. As long as evil exists in the hearts of the living, I cannot perish. Rawr! Well done. I had no idea you all possess such strength. Perhaps the people of the blue planet have evolved beyond us Lunarians already. Yeah, you might be right. Zero Miss's last words bother me, though. As long as evil exists. True evil will never die. Every living thing has a touch of evil in its heart alongside goodness. As long as there is light and darkness, the overworld and the underworld, it will be so. Good exists because evil exists, and it was your good that destroyed Zemus's evil. Oh, stop it already. There was nothing to it. What are you talking about? I was surprised Zemus didn't try to control you. I'm sure you have enough evil inside. Nope, my heart is filled with goodness all the way. Well, it is time. I return home. What will the rest of you do now? I think we'll go home too. Yes, there are people worried about us. I see. I'm glad you have such wonderful friends. I look forward to the day we meet again. May I come with you? You wish to join me? Yes, I cannot return home, not after all I've done. I would very much like to meet my father's people. Ah, yes, Lunarian blood flows in your veins. Very well, come along. But you must be ready for a long, long sleep. I am, thank you. You sounded very worried when you called my name, Cecil. Does that mean you're forgiven me? How foolish of me. Of course not. I have caused too much suffering for that. We are off to spend many years in slumber. We pray that the blue planet will be peaceful forevermore. Come. Yes. Cecil, are you certain you want to part this way? He's your brother. Goodbye, everyone. Cecil! Goodbye. Goodbye, my brother. Cecil. Thank you. One born of a dragon, bearing darkness and light, will rise to the heavens over the still land. The moon's light eternal brings a promise to earth with bounty and grace. Before long, the moon would set forth on a voyage once more, seeking out its light. Though of shared blood, time's march keeps the two separated, one on Earth, one on the moon. We shall begin today's training. Yes, sir. Where's Palom? Oh no, not again. And then I cast Blizzard on the creatures that we encountered at Mount Ordeals. Ow! How many times are you going to be late to training? The Elder's really angry. How many times do I have to scold you before you learn? It will be years before you're even half the sage Tella was. As punishment, you must train twice as hard as your sister today. That's not fair! I think it's very fair. When will you come to realize that you have responsibilities? You are the heir to the throne. I know, jeez. Your mouth says you know, but your actions say otherwise. Yeah. The correct words here would be, yes, sir. Alright, I'll shape up. I can't help but think about Rydia, though. Your Highness, have you been listening to anything I've said? What a courageous young lady. Yes, I never thought she would really come back. Rydia, why do you have fangs and you... Why do I have fangs and you don't? I wish I didn't have fangs so I could be like you. How can I be like you? What are you talking about? It doesn't matter what we look like. With her around, the future looks bright for the land of summons. Indeed, I am sure she will get more beautiful by the day. The important thing is what you're like on the inside, not the outside. Isn't that right, Cecil? Honey, you are a queen now. Try calling me Mr. King instead of Honey. My king, I mean. I know, but I can't stand being so formal. Oh no, it is time for training. Let us begin training. Hiya! Honey, a king shouldn't be... Do not say that. I think Yang will create a wonderful kingdom. Your Highness. Play the song about the paladin again for us. I will, but only after I've finished my work. You want the castle back in the way it was, right? Yeah. That's a promise, right? Anna. I hope you're watching over me. I'm helping the people of Damcyan. I'm caring for other people, so as I'd cared for you, like you said I should. I hope you and Tella are having a fine time together. Lally-ho! We need to repair the castle with great haste. Your Majesty, we don't have enough materials. Take apart the tanks and remove any useful pieces. There is no need to worry about war anymore. Father, I wonder how Cecil and his friends are doing. I almost forgot to tell you. It seems Sir Cecil and Lady Rosa are to become the new King and Queen of Baron. Oh my! And we have been invited to the coronation ceremony. How lovely! Your Majesty, you're not helping to fix the castle at all. I am the king. I can do whatever I want. Now go take apart some tanks. Lally-ho! Cecil, Rosa, I cannot bring myself to face you both, not yet. I must test myself as you did, Cecil, at Mount Ordeal. I will train until I have surpassed my father as a dragoon. Only then shall I return to Baron. Oh. What is it? You have to see this. The moon. It's... What's wrong, Cecil? I thought I heard my brother's voice. Really? I couldn't tell for sure, but forget it. Hey, you two, why aren't you getting ready? It's your big day. We must have lost track of time. You two can play smoochy face all you want later. Come on, Rosa. I mean, Your Majesty. Your Majesty? Please just call me Rosa. Well, Rosa, you gotta get dressed. And get some makeup on you. The bride can't keep people waiting. Come on, we haven't got all day. I'll be right there. I can't wait to see everyone again. It's been so long. Cecil, are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. It wasn't my imagination. I heard my brother's voice say, so long. That's that for Final Fantasy IV. Well, that's it. Just the credits remain, and I guess it's part of the experience of the game, so I'll leave it on there in case you want to see who's involved in the production or development, design, or what have you. I'm actually curious as to if Nobuo Uematsu was directing the music for the older games. Oh, there he is. Though I don't know if it's for the remake now, but I presume he's been sticking with Square Enix and Final Fantasy because he likes his solid melodies. Yeah, I like his compositions. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with this game. It had the hardest bosses of the first 4 Final Fantasy games. I think there was 2 or 3 I got stuck on, including the final boss. So I had to grind twice in this one, whereas intermittent grinding or farming of experience was enough to help me let me beat the game in the other ones, especially number 1, because I just want to level a little bit so I wouldn't have to use as many items or run out of MP on bosses and things like that. But yeah, this one was the second game to have pre-named characters and classes. Well, I guess the classes in number 2 you kind of built yourself based on what you employed through the character and how they would level up based on those tactics or weaponry or equipment or moves used. Yeah, and in that one you had to basically use magic to defeat the final boss. So it was really helpful to have trained ultimate magic like Flare, Holy, or Ultima in number 2 for that final boss. This one, I don't know, it was a pretty tough boss, especially with it doing about 2,500 damage to some of my characters with one attack, while having preliminary attack before that damage was done, and then eventually started doing Meteor, and I was a little worried, saying, like, that's the strongest spell for us, and it did 10,000 damage to him. He was only doing half the damage Bing Bang was doing, so if you can get that damage down, I don't know, he probably had about 5,000 to 10,000 health when he started using Meteor, so it's pretty late in the battle that he will lessen his output. But I think that's to encourage you to do damage to him instead of healing, like you pretty much have to from all the Big Bangs and the flares and bios. But yeah, we got to figure it out. Just a bit of grinding at the end, about an hour and a half or so, from level 60 to level 70 was the difference. Gained about 10 levels from farming experience. So that's basically necessary in this game, and I think it went pretty quick considering we had the Athena arrows on the 2 bows for those dragons, and it was nice to get a couple of silver apples after some of those encounters with the silver dragons and such. Still didn't get any golden apples, but that's, together with the silver apple drops, you got at least 100 HP, so it's equivalent. I'm just taking it that the drop rate for silver apples is like twice as likely or more than the golden apples, if they even exist, for a drop from the golden dragons. So, but yeah, that was a nice little farming point to make or take advantage of near the end of the game, is that silver apple drop rate. So you can have your party more able to withstand the magic attack and then the Big Bang that follows. So yeah, that was pretty tough. But we got through it, and everyone was alive when we did it too, so I was pretty happy about that. Yet the boss yielded no experience or gil because it's the final action in the game, which is one of the reasons they might have started increasing the difficulty for the final boss is that it's the last thing you do, and you can only save in the typical playthroughs. You could only save before fighting the final boss. You had all this time to go back through the game and grind or find items if you wanted to, use the map and pinpoint a location and find out how many items and chests were there still and get all those. I'm not too keen on doing that, but I am kind of a completionist outside of collecting worthless items. I collected enough items to beat the game, so, and like all the legendary gear you could get at the end there. So I'm alright doing that part instead of getting what might be a potion or eye drops in a chest that's super hard to find. Just not too zealous about seeking or taking on that endeavor. Seeking those items or taking on that endeavor. But yeah, we did get through all the summoner side quests in this one. Unlike 3, we still have to go back through and get the Odin, Leviathan, and Bahamut for the summoner class. So that might be a little bit of post-game activity we'll do for that eventually. And after this, we're going to be playing Final Fantasy V. That'll be our next upload. And I think that's the one where you pilot mech suits, and the stats are typically higher than the original 4. I guess the developers or audience got sick of level ups only giving 1 stat point in a stat, if any at all, and they kind of went with starting with a more HP and dealing more damage, just to get those numbers up there and make it a little more dramatic or high output gameplay than the lower numbers you'll typically see in the beginning. That'll one-shot kill a common enemy and whatnot. But I also think they gave you options as to elemental attacks with those mech suits. I think it is 5, where you start out like that. I played it once for a little bit, but it didn't feel like real Final Fantasy to me because of instead of magic, it was tech, and it was a mech suit game, and I hadn't played a Final Fantasy that was like that. It's kind of taken on other genre aspects to compile the 5th one, but we're gonna beat it anyway, or play through it anyway, and see what that one's all about after this one. And hopefully you either beat it or stick around to watch the playthrough, and if you beat it and forgot the story, you can come here and to this channel and rewatch the game and figure out the story again and have all that good stuff. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for Final Fantasy IV. We're just waiting through the credits, and that'll be the end of the episode. So thanks for watching, and leave a like or a comment if you feel the will to, and if you want to help promote our channel, just click the subscribe button and click the bell for getting notifications, because that really helps the channel grow and shows that other people are interested in the content and makes it more relevant to the search engine, and I'd really appreciate it. Well, they typically offer an option to save at the end of the content or that after the final boss. So I'm just going to be trying to save my completed game so I have access to all these diary information or extras on the title screen, and that'll be the end.